Hi, everyone. I am EstaRa with a message for July 20th, 2016. Actually, it's for the week of July 18th, 2016. I'm just a little bit late in getting the messages out to you. I apologize for that. I am going to provide you with a message today about the full moon energy that we just kind of are passing through. We're still in it. And also give you a twin flame card reading for this week. So I do energy body upgrades, and what that is working with clients and students who wish to attend in the etheric realm, if you will, to receive these different type of healing attunements. And when I perform them, basically it's to upgrade chakras, rebalance your energy, clear out any blocks or obstructions, and allow an integration to happen with all the high vibrational frequencies that are coming down on the planet currently. So basically, in essence, it's helping you move along with your energy body shifting and upgrading itself, and so the upgrades actually help you integrate it more quickly and at a smoother, easier, gentle pace, if you will. So I am here with a message. The reason I shared that with you is because on Monday I performed one of these energy body upgrades, and during the energy body upgrade I actually channeled a message from the Galactic Federation of Light and the Arcturian Masters of Light who I was working with. And so I'd like to read a little bit of that to you right now. You're welcome to see the rest of it. I'll post it in my notes here so that you can click on the blog if you wish to read more notes, more channels. But in the meantime, I'm going to read that to you, so just bear with me for a moment as I find it. And I will be reading this. Most of you who know me and know that I channel, I usually don't read my channels. I channel live, and I am not used to reading them, so bear with it. Okay, so this is the channel from July 18th, 2016. This full moon energy is about expressing your truth and embodying it. It is time to begin. Begin embodying all the internal changes that haven't been made. There is a heaviness in the energetic field due to those still in resistance of the changes that are taking place. The energetic shifts happening now are changes that are sweeping people forward. The heaviness of the energy is due to any resistance you have within you to the changes that are presenting themselves to you. You have seen significant exposure of truth in your world. Now, as you have become more connected to your journey and your power, the more truth will be revealed for you. You are becoming more connected to your inner truth. The days, weeks, months ahead, you'll become more and more defined by that truth. But not simply by words, dear ones, by thoughts, actions, beliefs that you are choosing to embody now in the higher realms, for they will be brought down into your reality over the next several months. For now, we ask you to speak only from the place of your soul. Your soul is in the driver's seat and has been increasingly taking on a larger role in your day-to-day reality over the last several months. So that's all I'm going to share with regard to the channel, because that's actually kind of pertinent to the twin flames. It has to do with what's going on right now. So as they were mentioning that we are beginning to embody. So whether we are actually choosing to embody it or not is another story. So we're not actually having to choose it, because what's happening is all the changes and the shifts that are taking place are happening in a higher dimension. So they're being brought down into our reality. And I always joke and I say the words that our twins are being pummeled by the energy. So what I mean by that is those who are resisting are feeling like kind of bounced back and forth because the energy is coming at them in all different directions. So it's like almost forcing them to awaken, if you will, and forcing them into the changes that need to take place. So with this energy and the talk about embodying the changes, it's amazing to me, and the fact that it's actually talking about our inner truth is going to be forefront. I'm going to go back to the words for a second. Let's see. Your soul is in the driver's seat and has been increasingly taking on a larger role in your day-to-day reality over the last several months. So what they're saying is, going forward, it is your soul's truth that is leading your way, leading you forward into the direction that you wish to go into. So what I find really cool and amusing and wonderful about this is that even if we're resisting, our soul is getting louder and louder and louder. So what does that mean? What does that mean for your unawakened twin? And I say that because I'm assuming those of you that are watching are the awakened ones. And I think I can gently assume that because those that aren't awakened probably aren't watching videos on twin flames. But the unawakened twin is constantly getting messages and reminders over and over and over that your twin is out there, or seeing the number 11, or perhaps they're just receiving, signs of your name or memories of you if you've met them and connected. If you haven't, they may be in relationships or in marriages or living somewhere different, but getting a soul pull to leave the relationship, or a pull to like look at, this isn't working anymore for me. Why am I in it? So that's their soul truth that's probably been pummeling them for quite a while. And this past year, with all the activations and awakenings, I really believe that it is starting to come down and reflect into their reality. Now, if they're resisting it or making up excuses, and I say excuses, but the truth is, it's just old belief systems and patterns that have kind of locked them into a way of being. So I don't actually think they're choosing to ignore it and choosing to be unawakened or stay stuck. I think what's happening is that they let their head get in the way and not listen to their soul. Well, what my guides are saying is your soul's voice is getting louder. So as our voice gets louder and we begin to embody over and over more information, major things are going to happen for them. So, like, expect revelations to come forward for yourself, but also expect that for your twin. And whether you're actually consciously connecting with your twin or not, or whether you are in contact with your twin or not, they may not show that side to you. And what you need to do is to trust that it is happening. Because if you look at yourself, things are happening for you. Changes are happening for you. Lots of amazing things are happening for you. I know it might not feel that way. I know in the last several days, I want to talk about what's been happening. So since Sunday, a wave of energy started shooting in, maybe even Saturday night. I started feeling a little melancholy, pretty sad. And I realized that it wasn't me. However, it was affecting me enough that I was started to be like attributing it to things in my life, or attributing it to like, I miss my twin. I wish he were here. So when I recognized it by like Sunday afternoon, evening, I realized it wasn't mine. It's more of a collective consciousness. So everybody is experiencing some kind of feeling. So if you're feeling sad and the last few days it's been a little heavier, heed the words of my guides that we are having a lot of people resisting their soul's truth. It comes up and they try to push it away. It comes up and they push it away. It comes up, it comes up, it comes up. It keeps coming up higher and higher until it gets recognized. And so when they're pushing it away, it's creating a resistance energy. And with resistance, I want to say what I usually say: resistance is futile. I'm a Star Trek fan, so those words are, meaningful to me. But the truth is, resistance actually creates emotion and drama. Perhaps drama, not always for everybody, but it does create a bit of a drama. But resistance actually creates the feeling of lack or negativity because you're pulled away from that which you're supposed to do. So I say supposed to because I'm just meaning your soul plan, your divine blueprint is waiting for you to jump on it and actually follow through with it. So when I think of the resistance that's going on, I'm feeling it in the ethers. I'm feeling it in humanity, and I am totally feeling it and hearing it from everybody I've been working with. So I've worked with a lot of clients over the last few days, and each of them have had, real emotional things going on in their personal life. And of course, they're not recognizing that there's still clearing for them to do, and there's still some stuff that they are needing to look at. We're never done here. Everything that we heal is like in layers. And so, will there be a time where it's a little smoother and easier? Absolutely. But right now, I don't foresee that in the very near future, because right now we're in the process of like taking things apart. So you can see that globally in the governments, particularly in America. So you can see things are falling apart, crumbling, or being taken apart. As that's happening, it's happening internally for us. It's happening in our personal lives as well as our communities globally. It's happening so that we could rebuild. We can't rebuild if we are crumbling, and we can't rebuild if we don't take down the old. So that's kind of what's happening. So when I say there's still work to do and some healing to do, look inside of you. I know for myself, there's days lately that I just want to distract and not deal anymore because it's overwhelming. Because I'm not just feeling my stuff, I'm feeling the amplification of everybody who's going through it. So you're probably feeling some of that too. Recognize that's what's happening. The journey is so interesting. the more you raise your vibrational frequency, the more you're in tune and more sensitive to it. So you say, well, why do I raise my vibrational frequency? Well, because you're high vibe. And that's why you raise your vibrational frequency, because your job is actually to bring this high vibrational energy to the planet to make changes. But you're not going to do that if you're in low vibration. And you're not going to be able to unite with your twin if you're in low vibration, because in a lower vibration, that timeline doesn't even seem like it exists. All these timelines exist. We just don't actually have recognition of them until we're in a vibrational frequency where we can see them or act upon them. And I could literally talk about this for days, so I may actually do another video sharing some more information about twin flames. If anybody's interested, let me know. I might put together another webinar to talk about twin flame stuff and about the timelines and how the potentials happen. So that's something I've been thinking about. But in the meantime, I would like to do the twin flame card reading for this week. And this will go into early next week. I am going to be away, so I will not be getting a reading out until the middle of next week. And right now, I will be pulling cards. Let me just pull one. I'm going to pull one for the divine masculine energy for the week and the divine feminine energy for the week, and also one for the overall view. So, or overall perspective, I guess I should say. And you know, the cards I'm pulling are not just for this week. It's actually more associated with the full moon. At least that's my feeling, because this full moon energy kind of came in pretty intense over the last few days. We're in it. We'll be in it for a few more days, and it's going to kick stuff up for everybody. So have faith and trust in you and your twin, and trust that everything is in divine and perfect order. If there are things that you need to do, learning to clear, learning to heal, feel free to contact me, and we can work together one-on-one if that's something you're interested in. I can help you with a reading. But what I want to say is just trust. I mean, that's always the thing that we have to do. And, you know, my entire journey, the one message that my guides give me all the time is trust, have faith. Okay, so let's pull the cards and see what we get. Let's start with the divine masculine energy. I love this card. Well, I love all my cards, as you all know. They're just beautiful. So I'm still navigating how to use the camera. I'm not a big camera video person, but I'm enjoying giving videos. So this one is called the Guide of Crystals. So let me show you what that looks like. So it looks like St. Nicholas or Santa Claus, if you can see him up here. He's carrying a bunch of things. He's got a bag of toys. He's got a tree over here. And back here, I see it's like ice. But there's a sun over here, which can be seen as sun rising or sun setting. And then I see a rabbit. So when I look at this card, what I see when I look at it, this is representing the divine masculine. And again, as I've said in all my videos, divine masculine does not mean it's the male in the relationship particularly. It could be, and oftentimes it may be, but it represents whoever in the twin couple is expressing or living in the expression of the masculine energy. So you can be female and have the masculine energy. So when I look at this, I actually, you know, I like it because I feel like that talks about what my guides just channeled. This is the masculine energy, and he has his tools. He finally has the information he needs. It might be coming down from a higher dimension, might not yet be here. But I find that if I look at this card, what is happening is he is like carrying everything he needs to know or understand about this journey, about the twin flame journey, and about his journey and his mission and where he's supposed to go. It's all in him now. That activations have been happening over and over and over. And I want to look a little closer at the card for a moment because I'm seeing, yeah, you know, the thing that's been standing out to me is actually the rabbit, which is funny. The rabbit's standing out to me, and so isn't the sunshine over here. So when I look at it, I feel like he's got everything he needs. And he is pointing in a direction. And if you see him, he's pointing, he is on the right-hand side of the card, so he's pointing that way. And I feel like he's pointing to the left. And when he's pointing to the left, I mean, for you, I think it's to the right. But he's pointing to the left. And when he's pointing, it's like he's looking forward. And where do I go? How do I go? What do I do? And I see that it's been like kind of